Hey grade 6s, I want to introduce you to a new website for collaborative sharing, and it's called Linoit.com. And what you can do, you can see three different examples here where you take sticky notes and put it on there. You can put pictures on it, and you can do all these kind of things no matter where you are, add to them. So in order to get into Linoit, you basically go to the login, and you have to sign in with, there's the sign in at the bottom. So you put in a username. So you put in a username, you make sure you've got a password that you can use. Put in your email address. So there's my 6M Burford Gmail. And that's basically it. English, I accept, and you can basically sign in. So here you get my main canvas, and you can see they give you two choices. You can use the main, which is sort of a bulletin board background. You can do a black background, or you can make up some of your own. And there's a list of things like public canvases that you can add to. And recently seen canvases would be there if I had actually been on to see something. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my project, and I'm going to use a new canvas. So I go to here, and say we're doing something called the solar system. So I'm going to call it, let's call it solar system. And then I can choose my background. I can choose one of these. I can choose like a green. You can see the background here is changing. If I want something colorful, I can do that. Or you can even do something like upload an image. And if I go to choose file, I can look through some of my pictures and I can say, hey, you know, that's kind of cool for the solar system. So I'm going to do that. Now, this is a very important part. If you click fit to canvas size, it's going to stretch that picture out so it's the full background. If you don't click it, it's going to have 20 individual ones. You've got a grid of 5 across the top and 4 down the bottom. Let me show you what it looks like. This would be an example if you did not fit to screen. So you can see that that picture is basically spread throughout with 20 of the different types. And this is a picture of what it would look like if we did stretch it out. And so you can choose whichever background. So I'm going to choose the fit to canvas, and I don't need it for my own private use because I want other people to be doing it too. And I can choose between show stickies to everyone or everyone may post stickies. And I'm going to leave it there so that others can contribute to my project. Gives me several options. Notify me through email if someone else puts a sticky on my project. Show the canvas on the doc. I'll talk about what the doc is in a minute. Create a sticky via email. That's sort of an advanced feature, but you can actually send an email to it and include a sticky that way. Allow others to copy stickies onto the canvas. List on public canvases, and allow guests to post. And so with all that in mind, I'm going to create my canvas. And it gives me a system like this. Now remember when it said about the doc, that's what this is. This is your doc, and it gives you the choice of putting different posties into different bulletin boards that you've got. So you can see I've got 3 on the way. They give you the first one, the main and the someday. And this is the solar system one that I'm working on right now. So that's the doc, and I don't really need to see that right now, so I can push the top button there and it disappears. However, on this side, I do need that. This is a calendar, and it also allows me to move my canvas so that I can see a different background. And I think that's kind of cool, so I'm going to leave it right there. And this is the other thing that you really need. This is where you get the sticky notes. So I can grab a sticky note and say, my solar system project Okay, and I can put tags on it if other people want to reference it. If this is going to be sort of a title, I can make it bigger. This is your font size. I can change the color of the letters to make them different. So I'm going to stick with that. And I can add an icon. So with the solar system, I'm going to add a picture of the Earth. And I can actually set a due date here, or I can change my background of the post-it note to be whatever I want. There it is. That's kind of cool. The other thing I can do is I can send it to someone else. If you have their email, you can send it to them. So there we go. Now we've got a post-it note on here, and I can get back in to edit it. I can set a due date for when this project is due. I can send the sticky to someone else. I can copy to another canvas. That's with your dock down here. Or I can just totally get rid of it by peeling off. The other thing I can do is I can stretch it a bit and make the sticky note as big as I want it. There, that's kind of cool. So I like that. I can add other sticky notes on here. We'll be working with, oops. So I can make that there. Maybe I want the letters a little smaller here. Again, I can change the color if I want, or do that kind of thing, but I'm just going to post it. So that's something else I can do. And of course, there's the menu that if I want to edit it, I can. The other thing that you can do is you can add pictures. So if I want to add a file, now this has to be saved on your computer. You can't add it from the internet. And I kind of like that one. I'm going to make it a little larger. And I can also type on it as well. So I'll put, if I want to add a frame, so a comment, our solar system, and again I can change the size of the letters or anything along that line. So now I've got a picture that I've added to my wall. Another thing I can do is I can add a URL or a video. So if I was to go to, say I've got a video here, here's one on the solar system. So all I'm going to do is copy the URL from there and bring it over and paste it in here and hit post. And now I've added a video that will play, and if I push play, it will start to play. So you can add videos, you can add the pictures, as I said. You can also add files to your project as well. And maybe I want to add one more note here. Let's see. Your multimedia production will be due January, and I'll just put 28th in there. And then here is where I can put in my due date and just post that. And so now you can see that if I was to go down here on the calendar and I was to look down to the 28th, you can see it's green. And if I push the green one, it'll show me that that's the one that is due. So it's kind of cool too. But this is a great system. You can have fun with all kinds of different backgrounds, and it's great because you can share your URL with others. Oh, I haven't showed you how to do that yet. On the master menu up here, first of all, the house just takes you back to the page that we started from. Now here is information. Now when you hit information, there's the URL that I'm working on. And it also gives you a link. So if we copy this link, we can actually send that off to someone else, and then they know how to get into it. Also, if you want to embed it into your website, there's an embed Linot into your website. So you can access the information there and send it off to someone else. So that I is important for you to be able to do that. The question mark leads you to all kinds of different information, and this website is great for all the different things it will show you how to do. So you can get into doing that. And finally, there's a logout button if you want to log out. If I want to see the newest things that have been added, say this has been up there for a while, I can hit highlight new, and it will show you in the order in which that they have been displayed as well. So kind of a cool project, and we look forward to using it and learning with it, and enjoy.